Hello and welcome to another video. It hadn't started recording then, I don't know, because it doesn't tell me when I started recording. Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be taking a break from talking to the bitch that is Evie. Twice she's decided that she's going to finish the video and not me. Twice in 1 week. She really doesn't like being on YouTube. Anyway, today I'm going to be continuing with the tank series, and today will be the turn of the Matilda I. So let's begin. The Matilda I, also known as the A11, was a British infantry tank of the Second World War. It's sometimes confused with the later model of the tank, Infantry Mark II, also known as the A12 or the Matilda II. That tank took the place of the Matilda I when the first Matilda was withdrawn from combat service. There were different designs and did not share components, but did have some similar traits, because they were both designed to be infantry tanks, a type of tank that tended to sacrifice speed for increased armour protection. The first order of 60 Matilda tanks was placed in April 1937, followed by an order of another 60 tanks 10 days later, and another 19 were ordered in January 1939. The tank remained in production until August 1940. A total of 140 were produced, including the prototype, some of them with the heavier 50-inch Vickers machine gun instead of the 0.50-inch Vickers machine gun instead of the .303-inch Vickers machine gun. So, let's look at how the Matilda I did in combat English. Matilda I tanks equipped the 4th Battalion and 7th Battalion of the Royal Tank Regiment in September 1939 on the outbreak of World War II. The 4th Royal Tank Regiment deployed to France with the British Expeditionary Force. They were joined at the start of May 1940 by the 7th Royal Tank Regiment and formed the 1st Army Tank Brigade. Apart from light tanks assigned to the various British infantry divisions, this was the only British armoured force on the continent at the start of the Battle of France on 10th of May 1940. 58 Matilda I's and 16 Matilda II's spearheaded the counter-attack in the Battle of Arras on the 21st of May, temporarily discomfiting the 7th Panzer Division under Rommel. The heavy armour of both types of British tank proved to be resistant to the standard German 37mm anti-tank gun, and the attack was only halted by a gun line hastily formed from 105mm howitzers and 88mm anti-aircraft guns, personally directed by Rommel. On the following day, only 26 Matilda I's and 2 Matilda II tanks were still serviceable. On 23rd of May, tanks from the 7th Royal Tank Regiment fought a rearguard action at Suchez, joining the general withdrawal towards Dunkirk. The surviving tanks of both battalions were formed into a composite unit, which fought another counter-attack at Le Bastille. Only 2 tanks reached Dunkirk in the closing stages of Operation Dynamo. I'm gonna piss so many French people off because of my pronunciation. further south in France, 5 Matilda I's and a few other tanks, which had been in various depots or had arrived as late reinforcements, formed the Divisional Tank Company of the Bowman Division as an improvised formation which had been hastily put together to defend the British logistic bases at Rouen and Dieppe. On 8th of June, the tanks supported the force, which was mainly infantry, in their unsuccessful defence of the rivers Andelle and Bethune. Pronunciation fails me. The division was subsequently evacuated from Cherbourg during Operation Ariel. Although 22 tanks of various types were brought back during these evacuations, there were no infantry tanks among them. A Matilda I was selected by the German army for evaluation, and it was destroyed in the process. Matilda I's left in the United Kingdom were withdrawn for training purposes. There are 3 surviving Matilda I's. The 3 tanks are preserved at the Bovington Tank Museum. One is in running condition, though not with authentic engine or gearbox. One is on display in the museum, and the third is a severely damaged wreck that was used as a gunnery range target. That's all for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Well, I know this video was a little shorter than the other tank videos, but there wasn't much on this tank at all. But anyway, that's all for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and as always,